and here's how they'll line up. They've had to make one change, the Panthers. Will Smith at the back and Mansour and Watini Zalesniak on the wings. Wonga Blake and Peta Hiku, one of their new signings in the centres. The experienced halves pairing, Soward and Wallace. McKendry, Seguiaro and young Regan Campbell-Gillard. Up front, exciting Bryce Cartwright, Trent Merrin, their new signing at the back. Peachy, Lattimore, Matangi and James Fisher-Harris comes onto the bench, youngster on debut.
Yeah, big raps about James Fisher-Harris. Very quiet off the field, but you wait and watch him see go. He is a wrecking machine. They've tried to keep him pretty quiet, James Fisher-Harris, but I get the sense he was always playing this game. The Canberra Raiders. Is it their time to shine? The back three, White and Lee and Jordan Rapana. In the centres, plenty of promise. The captain, Jared Croker, Joseph Leilua. In the halves, Sam Williams out of the game. Blake Austin starts. Caesar is there for his first game in a premiership match in the lime green. Boyd, Hodgson, Nuwasala up front. And the back row, Papali, Elliot Whitehead, the Englishman, and Sean Fensom, the bench. A big bench. Vaughan, Soliola, Lima, and Kurt Baptiste. Very warm conditions here. And the man who's down there to deal with these conditions to give us all the insight, Andy Raymond.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. After much debate between the two clubs and the ground manager over the last half hour, it's been decided no drinks break midway point of each half, despite the fact that the temperature is now in excess of 35 degrees. Absolutely brutal. What we might get a look at, though, with this reduction in interchange, just how it could affect some teams from 10 till 8. Most clubs have tended to strip kilos off their players over the off-season. Not the Raiders, not Ricky Stewart. He wants to maintain a physical mid-third field presence. He said to the players, keep the weight on, freshen up.
Well, they'll have to, Andy, and I just get the sense how long it is before we see big Shannon Boyd trundle past you for his first interchange. Just a huge man, Shannon Boyd. And the Penrith Panthers having their final say ahead of this season, and this talk around being unable to keep their spine together, which is the 1, the 6, 7 and 9. The captain, Matt Moylan, he'll sit out of this one, but he won't be far away with that back injury. And they too, like the Canberra Raiders, will be looking for blue skies or bluer skies in 2016.
There was injury concerns for the Panthers that really affected their season. As Peter Wallace, the skipper for today, leads them out. Jamie Soward there, the only 30-plus halves pairing in the competition, Wallace and Soward.
Does it help or hinder the experience, or do you need the youth? Seguiaro, what a career he's had. Game 100 today, James Seguiaro. He commenced it in round 3, 2011 for the Cowboys. You almost forget he played at the Cowboys. Such is the mark he stamped at the foot of the mountains. He's not the captain of the side, but he certainly plays in that quasi role, if you like. Soward loves to rev the troops up. Merrin, one of his old teammates from the Dragons. Sam McKendry played the entire pre-season in reserve grade, but reclaims his jumper. Here's the home side. Soliola on screen there, the Mal Meninga medal winner last year for their Player of the Year. But the spotlight on Aiden Caesar.
Yeah, it sure is. A lot of responsibility on the former Gold Coast half. Bankstown Junior, of course. I'm sure Jared Croker's going to do the kicking, but he's got a better kicking percentage than Jared Croker, so they've got a good backup. The Raiders, Sean Fensom, the workhorse. Blake Austin, thought he was on the bench. He's got a start today.
So he'll be looking to start out of the gates as he did so well in 2015. Will Smith finished the season off so well. Good. Peter Wallace, 2015, a one to forget for him.
Stay on side!
Gavin Badger and David Munro, the referees. The video review men, Galea and Robinson. And Jerry Sutton will make the big decisions today for Geo Stadium via the bunker.
Goodwill.
Will Smith kicks off the season for the Panthers. And first to make the carry, Big Boyd. So Hodgson, who played every game last year, parks himself at dummy half, fence him. Runs straight for Soward. They'll aim at him today to try and tire in attack. He makes a double, Soward. There you go. Oh, that's strong defence. McKendry on Nuasala. 12 short of the halfway line. Hodgson short. Fensom another carry. Tireless worker is Sean Fensom. Hodgson goes to his right-hand side, and it's Austin who has their first kick. Hooking back towards Watene Zelezniak. A good chase from Canberra. Quite shallow kick. So Will Smith jumps into dummy half. Here goes Wonga Blake. So disappointed was Griffin when he first saw him. 104 kilos, but he shaved down the 96 and finds himself at the starting side. McKendry. Campbell Gillard, in fact. 10 away. There goes Trent Merrin. Seguiaro. Short to Cartwright. He gets an offload about every 4 carries. Bryce Cartwright 40 away. From the right side of the field to the left. Wallace. Soward has the kick now. Whiten gets away from it straight away. There's Jack. Whiten with Campbell Gillard. Terrific start from the fullback.
That's a fantastic take by Jack Whiten. A couple of Panthers players chasing, tripped each other up. One now lost ball on the first tackle. Panthers on the attack.
And it's McKendry who plays it. Seguiaro to Merrin. Makes a beeline for Hodgson and Boyd. Here come the Panthers. It goes to Soward. 15 away now. Campbell Gillard. Sturdy defence from Whitehead and also Nuasala. Seguiaro has a bo peep. Goes to his right-hand side. Soward to Wallace. The halves combined. Steps back in field. Contained well. Papali and Boyd on this occasion. Dummies to Cartwright, Seguiaro. Flat-footed Merrin.
He'd love to go himself from here, wouldn't he, Seguiaro?
Tell you what, there's some numbers on the left here for the Panthers badge. That's where Soward is. Seguiaro can't pick the ball up cleanly.
You can't do that. You can't do that, Elliot. You can't do that.
Well, it's hot conditions, isn't it? You're tempted to take the 2, but Canberra would love Penrith to do that right now.
Not a bad idea to get some points on the board early, is it, when you're straight in front? In this kind of heat and conditions. But, yeah, I think the Raiders would prefer that. They made a call here.
Yeah, well, Soward's got the kicking tee, so they'll take the 2. And if, as I mentioned, if I'm a man in the lime green, I'm relieved for that, because back-to-back sets of defence in these conditions on your own goal line is not what you're after.
I reckon Jordan Rapana will be relieved, because he's the man off the back of that Jack Whiten run that lost it on the first tackle there. Turned it back over to the Panthers.
So Soward, it was a tough year off the boot last year, not a problem now. An early lead for Panthers, 2-0 over the Raiders. It's a big season he needs, Jamie Soward, and likewise Peter Wallace. We watched the Mounties get home in the New South Wales Cup, and whilst the Panthers were runner-up, Tamare Martin certainly did his claims no problem. 2 tries for him, he impressed. The same game as well. Joe Tarpany, been plenty of talk about him from Newcastle. He was a shining light for the feeder club of Canberra, the Mounties, in his 26-24 win over Penrith. And in the Holden Cup, Lachlan Croker scored a try right on the bell, kicked the goal, and Canberra would prevail 36 points to 34. So far, both games, 2-point ball games. We have a 2-point ball game here so far. Towering kick-off.
Backwards, play on. Backwards,
and Seguiaro. Relieved McKendry was waiting there. Regan Campbell-Gillard heads for Caesar. Short side Cartwright. Cartwright causing some early damage. Trent Merrin being busy. And again, the Raiders short on their right. The Panthers left side. That's where they go sour. They're flat. They put an early kick through. Rapana has to get back there, and the bounce was unkind. Rapana flirted with danger with Hiku pursuing through.
It was an attempted 40-20 there, wasn't it, for Jamie Soward? Just didn't get a great bounce. Love the way Bryce Cartwright runs with the footy, and players just hang off him. As we saw before, Elliot Whitehead there, one of his early touches for the Raiders, the new signing, the Englishman.
They tell me he's got beautiful hands, very silky hands when it comes to his skills. They shot the ball down to Will Smith, and they were beaten comfortably in the last time they met here, but he was brilliant, Will Smith, and he plays in that custodian position. Wallace pops it up. Watene Zelezniak. Big season for him last year. Wallace short to Cartwright. Isn't he motivated? Finding his way back infield, and Boyd finds him with Nuasala.
You want your best players to want to have the footy in their hand, and every time they've had it, every set, Cartwright has had the Raiders on the back foot.
Regan Campbell-Gillard picks up his 4th hit up of the match so far. Trent Merrin will catch him with this one. Inside the 30, Penrith. The hand goes up by Gavin Badger. Short side goes Wallace. Here's the kick. Blake coming through. Test for Whiten, and Whiten comfortably. He's really making this position his own, isn't he? He was in the centres for a long time. Very comfortable now at fullback. So there he goes for another gallop, and they'll need to get involved here early, the backs, because these forwards, for obvious reasons, they're going to find it hard as Lee goes for a dart. Frank Paul Nuasala winds up. He's got support, Frank Paul Nuasala. Can he see Fensom? No, takes the tackle by Smith. Look at the numbers on the right. Do they run it? No, they go left. They had to go right, Canberra. And now Will Smith heads upfield. Smith versus Whiten. Good tackle, Whiten. I thought they were playing the advantage. The boos from Canberra. Defence becomes attack Wallace. So that was danger signs for Penrith. Will Smith featured predominantly. Isaiah Yeo. They've been up here for a good chunk of this 7 minutes. McKendry inside the 20 now. Set on the right-hand side. Takes them on. Seguiaro darts and weaves and steps. Gets the offload away, but the wrong man was there. And Canberra, through Shannon Boyd, well, a couple of opportunities from both sides go by the wayside.
Well, it was a great opportunity, Joel. You picked it. They should have gone to the right off that Frank Paul Nuasala break. It ended up losing the footy, and now
we did not.
A very relieved Canberra side has got a penalty.
Yeah, they just score on the right-hand side. It must have been 4 on 3. They had numbers queuing up for it.
More like 5 on 2.
Here.
I know Hodgson went the left-hand side, but the person who's got to be guilty of that is the half. The half had to scream for possession on that side. Whitehead, he heads forward. Near miss for Canberra.
Release! Just played on the mark. We'll go.
So Joey Leilua gets the offload back to Austin. Austin combines with his half partner with Caesar. Hot potato stuff again, and now Jack Whiten taken down. 42 away Canberra. Quick play of the ball short side. Caesar sweeps around there to the line, links up with Austin. Beautiful work. Now in the hands of Croker. Isn't it nice to see halves combining on the short side? Inside the 20, Papali fills the void at dummy half. Hodgson. Caesar calls him under. Shannon Boyd obeys instructions. 15 away Canberra. Now the test on Penrith. Austin on the left-hand side. So too Caesar. There's a clue. Austin to the try line. Papali bashes into him. Good defence from Penrith.
He scored there, Blake Austin, if he'd done
Back to Austin. The cut-off ball to Hendrick Lee. So alert was Austin. Waiting for confirmation.
Burns, this will be tackle 5. We have a try. Just make sure that the ball goes down inside the line here. They're touching the ball. Thank you.
Need to confirm that the ball has been grounded before he's gone out.
Well, we're going to see what they're seeing in the bunker.
Camera 5 in the top right.
Full stretch. Yeah, he's got that down.
Camera 5 in the top right shows that he's grounded the ball, and camera 6 in the bottom right shows that he's inside the touchline. Have a decision. We're going to the board.
Thanks, mate.
Yep, decision coming up, and I think the decision might just be a reflection of the jersey they're wearing at the moment, Canberra. And Edric Lee is about to get their first try. He gets it now confirmed. Canberra respond with a try to Edric Lee, and the early form for Blake Austin is sizzling.
Yeah, some great short passing, a couple of tackles before from the Raiders. They came back down that left side. They've had some luck there, and he picked out the right man. As I said, if he threw the dummy the first time here, he was through Blake Austin, but the ball came back to him, and he saw that there was still some room on the edge. A nice cut-out ball. He's a big, tall thing, isn't he, Edric Lee? And a great finisher.
Yeah, and he's doing well because he's keeping out a player like Cecil Wanga, who's just about scored 50 tries. Cecil Wanga. And speaking about keeping people out, you mentioned the kicking form of Aiden Caesar. This man here, just 25. 1,128 points. But still a long way to go to catch the great one. Hazem El Masri, 2,418. That's the benchmark. Croker for his first assignment. He moves in, and the form of last year carries through. Nice strike from Croker. Sideline, Andy Raymond.
And also watching from the sideline is Ricky Stewart. You reckon Ricky may be a little on the superstitious side? Over the off-season, Ricky changed dressing rooms. They've changed bunkers and sides on the sideline. You used to come here, they were on the left. They're now on the other side of the field. Tell you how hot it is. Penrith also, 15 minutes before kickoff, have just ordered an extra 100 kilos of ice to get them through the next 80 minutes.
Wow, and Andy, no surprise, I suppose they're in the pink jumpers, not the black. But speaking of superstitions, they've had a couple of bad runs of injury of years, the Penrith Panthers. If they have another bad one, you'd have to consider changing the logo. The black cat, the Panther. We know black cats are bad luck. If these injuries continue, Badge, they may need to reconsider. Well, change the colour.
It has been terrible, hasn't it? And just plain bad luck you put it down to. Matt Moreland, of course, is out early, their new captain. They're going to miss him. But the Raiders moving the ball around, which is not unusual. But in this heat, the fact that they do move the ball around a lot of short passing, it just makes it really tough for the players, the defending team, to recover and do multiple efforts.
So 6 to it is Canberra. There's a kick from Caesar over the head of Will Smith. He did well, actually. It looked ugly, but he did very well there, Will Smith, and skips towards a big wall of Canberra defence. And the locals are happy with that. Yeah, they're happy with that as well.
What if he was hurt? When he was driven backwards and looked a bit, getting up a bit gingerly there as he put the ball down to play it. Oh, yeah. He's not hurt. His pride's hurt. That's handed a great opportunity to the home team.
So the vocal locals continue here. Canberra, the formation, just Edric Lee parked on the left on his own. White and company on the right with Whitehead out of the scrum. Short side they go. White and set play to Caesar. One-on-one with Wallace. Wanga Blake arrives to assist. Just 5 away here, Canberra looking for their second. It goes away, Papali. Papali spins out of one, carries on, but resilient defence by Merrin. Canberra close to the line. Short pass away to Boyd.
Easy, Sam. Good work, Shannon.
It's a popular play, isn't it, these days? That missile sent across the line to a charging front rower. We're seeing more and more tries scored like that.
It has to be pinpoint perfect. He just didn't get hold of it, Shannon Boyd. I'm not sure if he took his eyes off it or He just hit him too quickly. It's a waste of an opportunity there for Canberra.
The reason it's such a hard play, and there's some clubs who master it, Michael Ennis, very good with Luke Lewis, there's many others who do it, they almost throw the ball to the knees because it gets the running player into a diving position already. But the problem is it's such a brave run, you're diving for that ball, but at the same time you're keeping an eye on that defence, which is probably about to whack you.
Does that matter if he was big as Shannon Ball?
Not really. Not really. So Penrith and a very relieved Will Smith charged towards the halfway line. Isaiah Yeo, the only player in the NRL last year to be sin bin twice. Quick play the ball. There goes Mansour. Mansour always picks up easy metres.
And needs to do plenty of it today. Take some pressure off those big fellas.
There goes Wallace, back to Seguiaro, and these conditions might suit Seguiaro, these big forwards. He likes to take them on. Inside the 30, last tackle, says Badger. Wallace under pressure. Gets the kick away. Lee being pursued by Blake. But Blake couldn't get it, and Canberra are asked to defend again.
Lock on Canberra.
Well, Big Edric says he didn't get a hand to it at all. Gavin Badger's made his decision.
Let's go.
They competed for it. It was a great effort. Out wide, wasn't it, from Watene Zelezniak? Oh, no, it was Wonga Blake. A good leap, and they've got the ball back.
So Penrith a chance to answer. It goes to Soward. Soward cut out ball to Hiku, and Hiku fell to ground 10 away. Tackle made by Whitehead. Soward, short pass to Merrin. And Merrin, he does like an offload, not on this occasion. Seguiaro, you need to be on his toes when he's there. Deep it goes to Wallace. Wallace back to Regan Campbell-Gillard. So far, so good for the lime green. Soward the left, Wallace the right. Seguiaro
didn't play the ball correctly.
Gets an ordinary play of the ball. And
Jamie. Not now, mate.
This is a real problem for the Penrith Panthers because last year they were the worst in the comp for errors. The two trials they have had, admittedly one was in very greasy conditions, but they were diabolical with their ball handling. They need to, particularly if possession's ever important in these conditions, it's most important. They've got to complete their sets today, Badge.
You can understand an error, a mistake, a lost ball in a tackle with 3 or 4 players in there. The ball a bit slippery in the heat, but that sort of mistake there, the coach won't be happy at all. Anthony Griffin.
So Canberra reload again. Jack Whiten, tackled by Soward, and the boy from Dubbo, Yeo, makes the tackle. Fenson, the workhorse. He must sleep well after the game, Sean Fenson. Haven't really found the groove yet, the Raiders, but they might now. Austin, desperate defence from Merrin, but he hung on a little too long.
I think he feels he had to. Austin was going to get up with a quick play of the ball. Their defence wasn't quite back.
Here we are.
And they want to get on with it. It was quick kick for touch as well. Leilua just lays the pass up to Elliott Whitehead. Flicks it out the back. Flat-footed was Leilua, palmed away one, but that's tenacious stuff there from Mansour. Hodgson carries on the open side. Frank Paul Nuasalo inflicts some damage. 22 away now, Canberra, leading by 4. Left-hand side, Caesar, sharp step there, defensive. Good tackle, Seguiaro. Hodgson, there's Austin, takes them on himself. But Merrin again, a desperate tackle. They've got numbers on the right this time. They go that side. It goes to Austin, takes them on! Blake Austin does it on his own. Well, Blake Austin, 2015 form, heads straight to 2016 form. He's just controlling this game at the moment.
Yeah, when you get a quick play the ball and your players in the line with that sort of speed. Austin, a good wide pass to him from dummy half from Hodgson. Just got him outside of his man. Cartwright, or is it Yeo? Couldn't stay with him. It is Isaiah Yeo. The last ditch attempt on Austin was never really going to stop him, and there, well, even on the Fox Sports little clip there. He's throwing a dummy to his right just as he did. Beautiful.
Well, so far, what have we had so far? We've had 18 minutes or so gone, 18 and a half, and he's had a try assist. He had the half break there. He has the try. It's just been a stellar opening quarter of the match for Blake Austin. 14 tries last year. And maybe sky blue is the limit for him. Maybe not. Maybe there's more for him. I know it's early in the season and we're loath to start pigeonholing players into those sort of feats, but what a start for Blake Austin.
Yeah, doesn't he love it? Into some broken play. He just wants the footy in his hands. He knows if he can get him one-on-one, or if he can get one-on-one with a defender, he's a massive chance of scoring.
I know hindsight's a pretty easy thing, Badge, but I think at the time, if Penrith had their time again, that kick from right in front, I think they would have marched on, because the Canberra side were under a fair bit of pressure, and since then there's been 10, possibly 12 unanswered points. Croker says it's 12 off the timber. Yes. Sideline Andy Raymond.
A little bit of luck there for Captain Croker. Now, one thing Ricky Stewart really has got going for him as we take a look at the body shape of some of his forwards. It's imperative in this day and age not to have all your forwards with the same body shape or the same positives or the same attributes. A guy like Paul Vaughan, a guy like Jeff Leamy, you look at Shannon Boyd, Josh Papali, Sean Fensom. Different shapes, different attributes, different strengths into this footy side.
Yeah, good pick-up, Andy. And I suppose when you think about that, you think back to the similarities in cricket as the great West Indian attack. When they're at their best, they're all different shapes and sizes. The tall Joel Garners, the more compact Malcolm Marshalls, and different players coming at you all the time. And as Andy mentioned, the Raiders doing the same under Ricky.
And Joel, I'm qualified to say that as a bloke with a pretty funny type shape.
I'm the same as you, Andy. Don't worry about that. 6 away from the halfway line, Canberra. They have regained control. They were a bit sluggish to start with. Caesar, who slips and falls. And Will Smith has good field position. He just glides across the 20-metre line. But there's a lime green jumpers in front of him. Smith, now they're chasing. He's got Seguiara on the inside, but Smith collared. Desperate defence. Now the offload, Hiku. So Penrith. What a run from Will Smith. He had no right to go through there, Badge. That was a perfect presented line from Canberra. But that sharp step.
Yeah, he's quick, isn't he? When he stepped off that left foot, the acceleration.
Yep.
Just too hard to stay with.
Fred Merrin ambles forward, settling play. All the trumps on the right-hand side. Soward's there, Wallace is there, Smith is there, they're all there. It goes to Soward. Soward to the line now to Wallace. Wallace back to Smith. And Edric Lee makes the tackle, comes in off the wing with Croker there. They need to answer here, Penrith. Cut out ball, it goes to Regan Campbell-Gillard. And he provides a settler. And this time Soward's gone back to the left. Seguiaro. Hands up, where do I go, boys? They go to the right-hand side to Wallace. Wallace takes them on, Peter Wallace, but the opposing number, Caesar, was there. A metre out, Wanga Blake goes to dummy half. Right to left, goes to Smith. Here's Lattimore. He's got the offload, Lattimore. Will he use it now? No. Lattimore within a metre of the try line. Seguiaro, short, it goes to Merrin. We spoke about that play.
Yeah,
and this time...
Dave? Mate, I'm with him. Yep.
We will check it.
Burns, this will be last tackle. Yep, we have a try. Just check that the ball gets to the line first. Thank you.
Yeah, look pretty good from where we are.
Just confirming the ball does get to the line here.
That's on the line. That'll be a try.
Just looking at camera 8 in the top right to make sure he maintains possession and gets to the goal line.
Yeah, that's fine.
Trent
We've
Merrin.
reviewed the grounding, have a decision, and we're going to the board.
Here's his reaction, bottom left. Let's see, Trent. You're about to get your first try for the Panthers. It's only taken you just over 20 minutes. Green light, Trent Merrin. Beautiful pass, James Seguiaro.
It was a great pass out of dummy half. I'm pretty sure they would have walked back and shaken Will Smith's hand as well. He's the player that got them out of that deep in their own half with a great run. Seguiaro, the long ball. Hard to stop a body like this. Trent Merrin one-on-one with that twist as he caught it. Good start to his career with the Panthers.
They needed to score there for mine, Penrith, because you know this Canberra side, defence was a problem for them last year, but they've got no problem scoring. Speaking of which, Soward converts. And we're back to a 4-point ball game. Raiders in control, but Penrith answer.
Well, they'll fix up their kick chase now. Canberra, I'd imagine, we'll be talking about not giving him as much time and space.
Stay on, fellas.
Smith at the back.
Double interchange made by Ricky Stewart on the 23-minute mark, and again a change in body shape. Off comes the 122-kilo Belconnen unit block. Shannon Boyd also offers Frank Paul Nuasala into the action. Paul Vaughan, who's put on some size at the off-season, also Isaiah Soliola.
Yeah, well, there you go. So it's not a bad stint, really, is it, for Big Shannon Boyd in these conditions. 23 minutes from the bullocking front rower. This is not the run you want, Badge, after a very, very slow play the ball.
Tackle one, Regan. Burns. Regan. Tackle one. Tackle one.
So,
okay. We got one down here, we'll wait. Yes, thank you. I just got that.
so here's a replay here. All's fair in love and war, as far as I can see here, Gary Belcher.
Can't see what's happened there, but he copped it under the left rib there from Elliott Whitehead. But he's not real healthy, is he?
Just getting back to Will Smith, he's one of those guys, you know, like when people name their 17s, he's not going to be in the 17, but he just finds his way in this side every week. I remember a game last year, they were getting absolutely flogged by Canberra, but he was behind the post, absolutely tearing shreds, and he's a young player off his team, and he follows it up with a great try. He's a young leader and a player who just asked to be picked. Regan Campbell-Gillard. Bit of a rib issue there. And onto the field. Julian Matangi. And here comes Matangi, and the Roosters would have loved to have kept him, but you can't keep them all. Seguiaro away. There goes Bennett, the try scorer. Playing in the lock position. Seguiaro to Wallace. Wallace punches it. Well, there's no winger there, so they better get onto this. Lee, here comes Wanga Blake. Wanga Blake almost got the ball. Great chase from Blake.
He was slow to get back, wasn't he? Didn't read that at all well, Edric Lee, and he should have had a head start on that kick 10 or 15 minutes earlier. Sorry, 10 or 15 metres earlier.
Wait, no.
So you see that often, don't you? You get a side in a corner pocket, great position, and you're in such a good position. They get so enthusiastic, and then a penalty is forthcoming. That really hurts Coach Anthony Griffin.
And that one wasn't debatable, was it? It had to be a penalty there. Lying all over Jack Whiten for too long.
So poor old Josh Papali, due to the ball coming on the field, he needs to reload here, but he will still get it from Croker. Bashes into Blake, goes back to Hodgson. Here goes Vaughan. Vaughan had support, but wouldn't pass it to Caesar. Hodgson, slow mark as he carries on. Austin, back inside it goes to Fenson. Pokes his nose inside the 40. Austin again plays straight this time. Dummies, but you can't fall for that dummy. Yo wouldn't. 30 away here, Canberra. Looking for try number 3. It goes from Caesar to Fenson. Fenson caught by Seguiaro. Lattimore's there as well, 22 out. There goes Soliola. Now beautiful hands from Caesar to Papali. Now with Croker. If he can get it to the left-hand side, they'll score. And Aidan Caesar, he does exactly what Trent Merrin does and picks up a try on his debut for the club. Aidan Caesar He just knew the try was there, Croker, but he just had to find the ball out there. The bashing run from Papali shrugged him away. And the know-how from Caesar to go from the right to the left. Brilliant stuff from Canberra.
And a big wrap here for Croker as well. He had a couple of players there, but he was alert enough to realise there was space on the outside. They'd come out from off the wing there, the Panthers defender. Watene Zalesny-Ark. He knew if he could get it to a player on his left, they'd be over, and Caesar was the man wrapping around.
He loves being a debutant for a club. He scored on his Gold Coast debut as well, did Aiden Caesar. You know, he had a hand in over 30% of the Titans' tries last year. That's a big void, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nashley Taylor, it's a big assignment for him, those shoes to fill.
Yeah, scored a few himself. And of course, they're missing Kane Elgey, so that's pretty tough for them up there on the Gold Coast. But it's a good start for Caesar, isn't it? Apparently very impressive around the club in the pre-season. The question was asked before the game by Mark Gasnier which side they'll play. Well, mostly he's been on the left and Blake Austin's been on the right, but they have switched a bit.
So far, flawless, Croker. Treats every kick with the same attention. Jared Croker from near the touchline. Hooks it back, and once again off the timber work, but Andy this time waved away.
Yeah, struck it not too bad, but just across the face. As we take a look at Aiden Caesar, sporting a big bump on the eye, character building, they say. Him into this football side, crucial for more than just the reason that he's a very good little footballer. He is playing left side. He's a left foot kick. Blake Austin, our man Stone Cold, right side of the field, right foot kick, and to have a left-right kicker as your first and second choice option, crucial in this modern game.
Yeah, and Andy, you're thrown into the mix. There wasn't a player in the competition as it goes out on the full. Well, that's just acupuncture to the eyeballs for Coach Griffin. It's been a horrid couple of minutes or so, but I was about to say that you mentioned those two wonderful kickers, Austin on the right, Caesar on the left, and there wasn't a player in the competition who found more open space than the hooker, Hodgson. So they have options aplenty.
And hasn't he had a good start to the first match, Josh Hodgson. Some great stuff out of dummy half. His pass selection with those short runners is just superb.
Wait for a touch. Come on, George. Wait.
So Leilua away to that man, Austin, now Vaughan. The Canberra Raiders. Soliola. Their player of the year last year. Hodgson goes to the short side now. Links up with Austin. Was it marginal? Whitehead powering towards the try line. Canberra Raiders starting to find the groove. Hodgson goes short side. Links up now, Leilua. It took no fuel. Still going, Leilua. Well, we'll have a boat peep at this one.
Tackle 4. I have no try. I have the ball short of the line, then lost in touch. Thank you.
If it's any indication...
So I have no try. We need to confirm that he loses the ball short of the line.
The Raiders crowd in that corner didn't get very excited. And they would have seen it better than...
Looking at camera 7 in the top right to see if he maintains possession.
Oh.
Camera 7 in the top right showed that he maintained possession. We now need to decide whether the ball reaches the line.
Does it reach the line, Gary Belcher?
Look at maybe on the top left. Can we see if it rolls over? Oh! Can't really tell from there.
Do you know how good this bunker's been? The majority have been overturned. That's how good it has been. What are you saying,
Reporting camera 9 on the bottom left to see whether the ball reaches the line.
See a bit of green there still between the ball and the line. On the bottom left.
What's the Colonel got for us?
I think this has been their toughest decision today.
I think
So
so.
looking at camera 9 in the bottom left, which shows there's still green between the ball and the line.
You might find yourself in the bunker badge after you.
Camera 9 in the bottom left on the next frame shows that possession has been lost.
Jamie, wait here.
The ball has then hit the corner post. We have a decision and we're going to the board.
Yep. Yep. I may have to explain this, so just tell him to come to me, Dave. Dave, tell him to come to me.
No try.
We got lost into the corner post. Knock on. We're going 20. Wait, Blake. Calm. I'll explain it to you, okay, as long as we're calm. He's lost the ball short of the line. The ball then rolls and hits the corner post, which makes the ball touch and goal, which makes the ball 20 metre.
Hard to argue with these days, isn't it, with these calls, and the players know that. But based on what Jerry Sutton had said, we pretty much ascertained the ball was short. We ascertained that it went out in touch. It'd be nice if he said, well, it looks as though it's gone into touch, or has it? That's the big question. Then go to the board. A bit of suspense. Seguiaro, 15 short of the halfway. Yo just dives in behind the ruck, and nice shoulder tackle coming in through Paul Vaughan. Keeping things tight here, Lattimore. Soliola, it's a wonderful bench, isn't it, Canberra? So they dodge a bullet, and how often do you see it? That pain can be inflicted at the other end of the field. It's Matangi. 28 away. Seguiaro, quick play the ball. That's when he stars. Wallace fires it to Blake. Blake skips towards Canberra. Shrugs away Caesar. Handful is Wonga Blake. He did well in a trial too. One-on-one with Michael Jennings. Certainly held his own. So long pass right to left. Cartwright. There's a kick from Wallace. Trying to isolate Rapana. Not a problem.
Yeah, shielding his eyes there too, looking into the sun, Rapana, before he got a good jump. But no real pressure from the Panthers chasers.
Speaking about Hodgson before, and of course Elliot Whitehead, he comes from the Catlings. Soliola comes back from the Super League as well. And the irony about all of this is that these three great players for Canberra, they were tipped off to get these players by Nathan Brown, who now coaches at Newcastle, who obviously was over at the Super League at the time. So he'll be hoping it doesn't come back to bite him when they meet later on in the year, Nathan Brown.
Well, Jeff Leamer's come back from over there. Frank Paul Nuasala last year was in, or before last year was in the Super League.
That's a great kick. Aiden Caesar again. Terrific kick. It was the applause you'd get back in the day, Gary Belcher, when you'd play with the Raiders coach Ricky Stewart, and he'd latch onto those torpedo bombs, one bounce into touch, and the fans would go up. These are the days before the 40-20s, of course.
Yeah, he put the ball on the spot more often than not, Ricky. The problem is that before Ricky came along, I'd get the occasional kick, but
He took it off.
there was no need for another kicker. And he did hit it 50 or 60 metres on the fly with lots of pressure on too.
You played in a few kicking duels at Origin too, didn't you, Babs?
None of any note.
What was the sort of science behind those back in the day?
The coach told me to kick it if they kicked it to me, so I think Gary Jack got told the same thing at the other end.
How many kicks would be a maximum, would you say? Would you get 3 or 4 away?
Maybe more, half a dozen.
We need to bring one of those. We should make it compulsory in Heritage Round that every team has to have a crack at that. Here goes Matangi. Matangi launches towards the 30. And the Raiders launch at him. It's just been pretty balanced here the last 5 or so. There goes Seguiaro. He feigned the pass to Yo, and someone needs to jump into dummy half, and that's Soward. Poor pass away, but Wallace does well to collect it. Hooks it back, and because of the pass, it goes straight down the guzzle of the fullback in Whiten. So this is where the kicking game is starting to spiral back towards the Raiders. A wonderful kick in the corner by Caesar. And now Canberra, just 2 tackles gone just short of the halfway line. Lee. Mind you, they haven't done much with it so far this set. Hodgson one-hand pick up, casually pass it out to Vaughan. And Vaughan, he's He's only scored 12 tries, Paul Vaughan, but 4 of them against the team he's playing now. Left-hand side, Leilua. So the centres combined on the left-hand side. He had Croker on the outside. But the ankle tap came. Last tackle here. It goes away now to Caesar, puts the kick through. Deflected. Good pick up, Will Smith. On the run. Come up with some big plays, Will Smith.
That was clever play. Really tough ball. It was bouncing around all over the place. Got it on the fly. Mansour now, always dangerous here.
That is just a pressure reliever for his side and a quick play of the ball. Peachy's on the field. Peachy heads upstream. Hiku cut down. Great tackle. Great tackle, Papali. They're quite flat here, Penrith. Peachy goes for another gallop. He was their main tackle buster last year. Inside the 30, Penrith. And we're inside 6.5 to the break. Cartwright, he's been quiet with the offload. But here it comes, Wallace. Over the top, Seguiaro. They're starting to amp things up a little bit here. Hiku steps and weaves and gets around another one. There's the offload. Hot potato stuff here, Smith. Peruses, finds Wallace, back to the left. A little loss, but it's good. Lattimore, he takes a settler 12 away. So Wallace on the right, Soward on the left. They go to Soward. Soward to the line. The pass away to Hiku. And they can't quite finish it off.
Gee, they had numbers there. They had a player hitting a hole. If Soward could have given it to that short runner, I think they were over there, the Panthers on the left.
Soliola.
Back to the ball.
They've done that a couple of times, Penrith. Given the Raiders penalties deep inside their own half. And this is a dangerous period. You often see tries scored in the final 5 minutes of a half. That's the modus operandi here for the Canberra Raiders. There's a battle out there. Hiku and Leilua. Hodgson just lays the pass off, and away goes Paul Vaughan. Fencer. So Austin, who has been playing primarily on the right-hand side, comes to the left with Caesar. They're no doubt setting up for something here. You can see in the background that Austin's talking to Croker. They go to the line now. Caesar back inside defence, and good tackle, Lattimore. Hodgson. There's the side now. Austin back inside to Whiten. Last tackle, can the Panthers hold on? Hodgson puts the kick through, played at. Canberra pursuing through, but fortunately for them.
No, I've got backwards. No, I'm playing.
Sui Matangi is there.
Yeah, that goes through the legs of Seguiaro. I'm not sure, but they cleaned it up well there. The Panthers under all sorts of pressure. Yeah, penalty there for the Panthers. That's a strip by Canberra.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate.
I should also give the credit to Bernie Sutton. It's Bernie Sutton in the bunker, not Jerry Sutton, of course, but
Joel Regan-Campbell-Gillard back onto the field. We saw him come off a little earlier, and he's undergone the concussion test back in the dressing room, and the doctors and medical staff have ruled him A-OK. It's him carrying the ball now.
Good news for the Panthers. So Regan shakes his head. He wasn't happy with that one. Yo. They've wrapped up Iso Yo, the Raiders, and the Panthers have wrapped him up for another 3 years too. They've locked him down to the end of 19. Wallace to the line, cut out ball away to Blake. Blake's got some room this time, and he's a handful for Croker. Croker professionally brings him down. Quick play of the ball. It goes to Smith. Smith away to Cartwright. Flat pass to Regan-Campbell-Gillard. This looks nice. Now away to Soward. Yo, Peachy. Peachy to Hiku. And Peter Hiku. That's a great try to Penrith. Very, very silky skills from many of the players.
Happy? Yep.
Regan-Campbell-Gillard featured. Bryce Cartwright was there. It was beautiful hands. Wonderful try for the Penrith Panthers with 2.5 to go in the break.
Yeah, good stuff. Cartwright across field, and he found Soward. Nice hands it was. Raiders defenders trying to jam up and in. The Panthers. Just watch how skillful these quick passes are. Once Cartwright gets rid of it, Soward, Yo, nice ball, Peachy and Hiku. Well, he had his man outside, didn't need him. Raiders defenders could have stopped him coming around as close to the post as they did. Yeah, good stuff, isn't it? They can sense there's that overlap and they just need to get it to the outside. Hasn't had a lot of involvement this afternoon, Peter Hiku, but he'll be happy with that one.
That was just brilliant. The way that he goes to the line, Cartwright, carrying the ball in two hands, the defence just simply don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to pass? Is he going to run? Soward from in front. They've been dominant, the Canberra Raiders, but they look on the scoreboard. Canberra 16 and just 2 points away in the rearview mirror, the Panthers. Coach Griffin would be absolutely delighted with the scoreboard.
Yeah, there's been a few things he wouldn't have been happy about, but of course they're showing some tenacity, aren't they, to stay in the game. I think Ricky Stewart, on the other hand, will be really disappointed with a couple of defensive efforts by the Raiders.
Quite high in the sky for Smith, and Smith, here comes Matangi. Nice gallop from
Sean! See ya!
Suya Matangi.
Sean, second effort, mate.
Tell you what, they've got to be careful here, Canberra, because it's pretty much that blade of grass where they gave the penalty on last set. Looking for metres, and they want some more points here. They've got 37 seconds to do so. There goes the try scorer in Hiku. Seguiaro, 25 to go. Soward away to Wallace. Wallace links up with that man Cartwright. Danger signs. The bells are ringing. Cartwright swerves around one, gets the offload away. Cleaned up now by Mansour. Mansour has to steady the ship, and Leilua takes him on. Is this another penalty?
Two in there. Two in the tackle. Ball skip.
Oh, they'd have to take it 2, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, they were going to race on with this, and Peter Wallace put his hands up. No, boys, no, boys.
Yeah, it's up there.
He wants to go into the break tied up.
Yeah.
And Jamie Soward promptly calls for the kicking tee.
Yeah, I got called.
Badge, we're going to go for goal, mate.
Sorry.
Go for goal.
You happy with that call, Badge?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, mate, right there. Anywhere in the line.
Panthers are doing the right thing here with just a few seconds to go. The chance to be level at half-time. Raiders have probably looked more promising with the ball in hand and some of their short passing game, but Penrith have hung in extremely well. Scored a couple of good tries.
Jamie Soward to psychologically just give them that balance when they go into the break. All tied up. Soward moves in, and we are all locked up at half-time at GIO Stadium. Canberra 16, Penrith 16. And we'll break now, and when we return, it's the Clive Churchill Studios, Braithen Astor, Mark Gasnier, and Shervo to talk us through the first half. Didn't give us too much there, Ricky. A couple of injuries, we don't know who they are, but he was all business, and you very much get the sense that he drilled into him mental toughness. That's who wins this game.
It's been an issue, and look, if you lose as many home games as they have, and I know they lost a lot by only a couple of points, but that's what the difference quite often is. How badly do you want it? And in this heat, you're going to find out which team is the toughest mentally.
Here we go for the second half, and this is a shallow kickoff. Soward is the one who captures it. Suya Matangi, doesn't he? He doesn't shirk the task. Suya, and immediately gets them 25 already away from their own goal line, a stepping Hiku. So it's been a good day for the debutants for their club. Caesar scored a try, Merrin scored a try, Hiku scored a try. Who else do we need to score today, Badge?
Jeff Lima.
Jeff Lima.
When he gets on the field, the Raiders.
So Peachy, terrific opening set so far. 35 away now. Yo combines with Regan Campbell-Gillard. If you've just joined the call, he went off for a concussion test, but he's A-OK to go 30 away now. Seguiaro sweeping to the short side goes Wallace. He's kicking for Watene Zalesniak. Blaker there, but Whiten leaps high.
He's come right across, knocks him out. Edric Lee.
Edric Lee, penalty to Penrith.
Penalty to Penrith. Edric Lee takes him out. He runs across the front.
I think it was Wanga Blake
Edric Lee.
that got taken out by Edric Lee.
Takes it out. We're playing, mate.
The assistant referee has tipped them off there.
Here they go, the Penrith Panthers. They scored the first points of the match. Can they get the first points of the second half? Cartwright, they lock him up. Seguiaro's body language indicates right to left pass coming. That's what happens. It goes to Wallace. Wallace to the line, back. And Yo was met on arrival. The tackle from Hodgson. Fenson there to assist. 8 away now. Slow play the ball. They lose a bit of momentum. Taking them on is Seguiaro. But his opposing number just tackled the ball. 5 out. Sauer jumps into dummy half. This time to the right-hand side. They spiraled across at the line. It goes to Cartwright. 5 out. Good tackle from Caesar. They got him on his back. Smith, Matangi. Out the back now to Wallace. Wallace to Sauer. Cutting bullet. Away to Mansour. But in the end, has to steady the ship. Flicks it back. And waiting for it is Austin. Have a listen here.
Wait, what's that? What's that? Thank you. Just wait. Go back. We're offside. We're offside player.
I think Raiders are arguing was the ball lost by Mansour before they
Thanks, Dave. Stay on the
came up
pass,
with
mate.
that offside
Dave,
play.
Dave.
That's 2 in a row. The Panthers to get them a real chance to take an early lead in the second half.
Gee, I think the run of penalties too will be heavily their way. Goes Peachy. He's a danger player as well. Penrith trying to take the lead back. It goes to the right-hand side. The ball is wayward. Wallace has to tidy things up. Cartwright, this is where he's dangerous. But again, he backs into the defence, can't free the ball. Soliola grips him. Seguiaro goes to Sauer. Sauer to the line, cut out ball, Peachy. Sturdy stuff there from Whitehead and Austin. Dummy half it goes. Yo to Matangi. Little lost here, the Penrith Panthers. Sauer to the left, Wallace to the right. Seguiaro, he goes to Wallace. Wallace to the line. There's the kick coming through, but Edric Lee takes the medicine.
Did someone say something about Sean Fenson?
Sean Fenson got a ton of blood on his face.
Time's off. Sean Fenson, clean him up. Take him out the back.
Yeah, you heard the referees there, just Sean Fenson. Plenty of blood. Nicely placed kick in behind here by Wallace. Edric Lee gets a hand to it, can't catch it on the full. So another set here for the Panthers. Well, that's what happened there. He's copped Josh Hodgson's head. Bit of friendly fire.
So Canberra have just had no possession in the second half. They had a shallow kick-off, and since then,
Stay on side.
3.5 minutes of just defending their own half.
Time's back on.
Ricky Stewart mentioned that's a terrific goal line drop out. Your team's under pressure, and then Austin sends it back inside their 20. He'll get a good stats here, Regan Campbell-Gillard, because he had about 30 metres of free real estate.
Is it 70 on the fly?
Massive kick, massive play from Austin. Hiku, though, gets him quickly back into the half of Canberra.
Josh, take it tight.
That's a huge play. They were under so much pressure. Seguiaro away to Matangi, who's been busy since coming on the field. 30 out now.
Josh, hands away.
Seguiaro slides to the right now with Wallace. Wallace to the line, out the back to Smith, and he's shown earlier. Has beautiful footwork, 15 out, last tackle, says Gavin Badger. Seguiaro right to left, goes to Sauer. Sauer to the line, links up with Sauer now. That was from Wallace. Sauer takes them on, throws it over the back now. Cut out ball, and Mansour will walk over. The pressure was mounting and mounting and mounting, and they pay the price, the Raiders. It just had to come. They couldn't hold on any longer. And even the Huge drop out from Blake Austin wasn't enough, and speaking of which, he's on the floor now.
Well, they only needed to hold out for one more tackle, but just as Soward runs that wide line, stretching the defence, left a big hole back on the inside. He just threw it back knowing he had to. Last tackle, and then Peachy shoveled it out to Mansour. Raiders backpedaling there. He's hurt himself, Blake Austin. And an easy run to the line in the end there for Mansour. Well, 4 sets in a row. They put together some really good footy there, the Panthers. And that's the icing on the cake. Gives them a great start to the second half and the lead for the first time since very early in the game.
Josh Mansour. He's the elder statesman of these back three. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak and Will Smith. But this fellow here, just too much pressure. Too much pressure asked upon the forwards for Canberra. And Jamie Soward looking for 5 from 5. His popularity down here evident by the jeers and the boos. Nothing personal, I'm sure. Hooking the ball around. That's a beautiful kick too. Slides it through. Penrith 22, Canberra 16.
I don't think Blake Austin's in real good shape here. His right knee can't put any weight on it. The trainer has let them know on the sideline he's got to go, and he is going off. So that is a real concern for the Raiders in the first game of the season.
That's a massive concern.
And as we see Kurt Baptiste going onto the field, the instructions from Ricky Stewart, Joel, Blake Austin off, Josh Hodgson to 5/8, and Kurt Baptiste into hooker.
Oh, interesting stuff there. It's a big play. Big play there from Coach Stewart. And what an assignment now. They trail by 6, and their best player, or their best player of what we've seen so far today, is gone. 22 points to 16. So darting away go the Panthers through Cartwright. Quick play the ball, Seguiaro. He takes off when there's a quick play the ball. There's James. Game's 100. Wouldn't he love a win and a try? Wallace dives in the dummy half. Regan Campbell-Gillard picks up some solid metres last tackle. Wallace. Flat line from Penrith and a flat kick as well. It will land over there with them. And Penrith back to Wonga Blake. Not 6 to go yet. I haven't seen the call, so they've got to play on. The kick comes away. Will they get the bounce? Oh, it sits up for Rapana. That was dangerous. Dangerous stuff for Canberra.
Yeah, once that ball bounces in that zone there, with plenty of chases, you are in the lap of the gods. Lee now trying to steal some metres down the short side.
And there he goes, Whiten. Oh, he looked collared a bit high. He indicated that to the referee as well, but he's okay, said Gavin Badger. Stepping away goes Papali. They'll need him big time. Baptiste on the field. And as Andy said, Hodgson in the half. Caesar clears the kick. Is it too big? It is too big.
Plenty of time, mate. Watch it. 0. Heaps of time, mate.
Yeah, and it's 7 tackles against him. 0 tackle, of course, just rolling slightly too long, that kick from Aidan Caesar. This is where the Raiders really need to aim up. The Panthers, quite good so far, coming out of their own territory in this second half.
Large percentage of tries or repeat sets happen on the back of a 20-metre restart, so they are crucial that you don't do this. And Canberra now need to be careful here. Seguiaro away to Regan Campbell-Gillard, runs to Soliola. Trapped on the halfway stripe. Matangi comes off, on comes Merrin. There goes Peachy. So now they've got some real razzle-dazzle on the park with the forwards and offloads. You've got Peachy and Merrin and Cartwright, of course. There goes Yo. Jeff Lima makes the tackle. Back to the NRL for another stint. There goes Wallace, takes on the line. Back to Will Smith. inside the 20, last tackle. It's been all the Panthers. They go short side, Cartwright. Cartwright back to Wallace, fires it to Soward. Soward takes them on, pins the ears back, Jamie Soward. A bullet across now to Mansour, but it was forward.
She didn't have him in trouble there, Soward, when he took off towards the corner post. 3 on 3. He would almost have sliced through if he didn't pass. And they were backpedaling, the Raiders defenders out wide. They still haven't used Fisher Harris, the debutant. The Panthers, he's keeping one up his sleeve, Coach Griffin.
I find it interesting that debutants can be left on the bench so long. The nerves just build, and speaking of which, the pressure now turns to Penrith. You'd sort of think with a debutant, you'd want to get him out there in the thick of things. And speaking of which, he's got the card. He's got the card, James Fisher-Harris. And there has been comparisons, and I know we hear this in rugby league a lot, to, you know, young debutants being compared to superstars. But if you're looking for a style of play anyway, they do compare him to a Gordon Tallis type. Just a real tearaway. Fears nothing. There he is, a big fellow. Good luck, James Fisher-Harris, on debut.
Has he got the mad eyes? You'll have to have the mad eyes to compare to Gordy.
Well, they reckon he's quiet as a church mouse off the field, but an absolute wrecking machine on the field. We'll soon see. Baptiste away to Canberra, and they go through Vaughan, the offload, back to Baptiste. He goes to the line, takes them on fresh legs. 15 away now, Canberra. Hodgson dives in the dummy half. One-hand pickup, goes to Lehman. Lehman fires it out the back to Caesar. Caesar down to White, and White to Croker. Croker had a try for Edric Lee, but Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, a try saver. It'll be more pressure and tackling for Penrith, but he had to make the play.
He did really well, the Panthers winger out there, to get his arm in the way. He gets these right just about every time. Jared Croker just slipping the ball out the back there, and yeah, Watene-Zelezniak with the right arm knocked down. That's why that has been ruled to go forward. Raiders will receive the footy back.
So now, all of a sudden, possession starting to balance up a little bit.
He's out.
Baptiste from the base of the scrum to Whitehead. They've kept him reasonably quiet so far. Hodgson barking orders, now playing halfback. Baptiste back inside Soliola. Soliola. So close. Baptiste right to left, Caesar, they're quite flat, juggling away to White, but good defence from Wallace and Blake. 5 away, Canberra. This feels like Dave's going to bring the other end of the park. Not a quick one, he said.
Not a quick one. No, you can't have a quick tap here. Hang on, let me get anyway.
So Paul Ball settles things down for Canberra. They're deep on the right-hand side. That's where they go, of course. And now Caesar away to Lima. Penrith trying to hold them off. Baptiste, Soliola. Soliola dummies. Went so close before, Soliola. Seemed to grimace out of that tackle. Baptiste, quick pass back to Caesar. Caesar puts a kick through. They're chasing through, but Wonga Blake this time runs over the ball line.
Joel, this is one of the many reasons everyone should be watching Fox Sports every week. You're about to find out some information even sooner than Coach Ricky Stewart is finding out. Blake Austin, medial ligament, won't be back today.
Medial ligament to Blake Austin. That's usually about 6 weeks, isn't it?
Up to, yeah, depending on how bad it is.
The grading.
It's a blow for the Raiders. Of course, Sam Williams, a late withdrawal. He'd be the likely halves partner for Raiders season next week if Austin is out for a period of time.
Fantastic work from Andy Raymond. Here comes Soliola, and he's picked things up a notch or two. So like Penrith did at the other end of the park, they cashed in on possession. The Raiders must do so now. Baptiste, short to Lima. And Jeff Lima, the oldest by some 4 years in the lime green side. There goes Baptiste, quick play the ball, short Vaughan. 8 metres out now, Canberra. Baptiste takes them on, Kurt, push back infield. Bryce Cartwright, what a tackle. Is he tempted here, Jeff Lima? No, he goes to the right. Hodgson sends it back to Caesar. Caesar flat-footed, sharp step. Aiden Caesar still going, and scores a try.
Batch.
2 tries
Can you
now
just
on
check
debut.
it? I've got Paul Vaughan coming across here. Will Smith going flying out. I have a try. I just want to see what Paul Vaughan does.
Burns, this will be tackle 5. We have a try. Just make sure there's no obstruction in this play here. Paul Vaughan.
Okay, we're just looking to see whether there's any interference on the defenders here by a Canberra Raiders player.
Number 16, Paul Vaughan, the refs are looking at. How does he get involved here? Well, he does nothing. Holds his ground.
He's just supporting, isn't he?
Yep.
Game back on,
So
I
we're looking
think.
at Paul Vaughan here, number 16 for the Raiders. He's behind the ball, so he's actually a support player. Remains behind the ball all the time, and the Panthers player actually contacts Vaughan. We're now going to clear the grounding. And we can see the ball reaches the line. Have a decision going to the board.
Thank you.
Here comes a decision. Try number 2 for Aiden Caesar. Confirmed. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Caesar scores. Well, I'll tell you what, Gary Belcher last year, Canberra, they failed 5 times in games by 2 points or less. Close games they lost. Is this the man, Caesar, to change that, to turn things around from this year?
Well, he looks at it at the moment, doesn't he? 2 tries already on debut for the Raiders. He's controlled the game extremely well. Kicking game good. So, and let's remember, we have Blake Austin off the park. He's got that bit of extra responsibility. Looking good.
Plenty of time left, 25 minutes remain. Aiden Caesar. So Seguiaro's off the park at the moment for Penrith. And now Jared Croker to tie this ball game up again. He has scored a double before against Penrith. There goes Croker. Head down, follow through. 22 all. 22 all. Canberra and the Panthers. And there's a big game coming up as well. You've got the Tigers hosting the Warriors. You see that here on Fox Sports. There's the captain, Aaron Woods. Johnson, Roger Tuivasa Sheck. Touted as one of the best signings of the year. Well, so too was Caesar, and he's delivering so far. So Gary Belcher since 1982. They've met 67 times. This their 68th. 33 wins apiece. A grand final apiece against each other. And a draw. And now we look 22 all. Nothing separates these two clubs at this moment. When we say head-to-head, that is. Leilua, clever work from the wily Soward. And you've got to be thinking, there goes Fisher-Harris.
Joel, pumping you full of news. James Seguiaro off, fractured radius. It's a broken arm. He won't be back.
And what it is 2 big stars off the field, one apiece. Austin for Canberra, Seguiaro for Penrith. Penrith have the ball though, 15 out. It goes to Wallace. Wallace to the line, back to Cartwright. Cartwright slides backwards to go forwards. Feign the flick pass. Leilua wouldn't fall for a 10 away. Hiku, Peachy. Now to Lattimore. Lattimore likes to offload too, not this time. 5 out, Smith the dummy half. Soward goes to the right-hand side. It hits his palms. Now pass to Wallace. Wallace steps in field and smashed. Loses it back. Dived on by Croker.
Easy.
And that's
easy.
attacking in defence if you've ever seen it.
We got it. That's fine. It's fine. You right, Jared?
Not sure he got him so high first up. This is a good hit. A real good hit on Wallace. That jarred him. Yeah, he slipped up there. Jamie Soward. No problem with that. Ref didn't bother talking to him about it at all. Just penalty sufficient.
Yeah, there's James Seguiaro. So
that's not good.
not good. Not good. And If you're a Penrith fan, you're thinking, not again. Like, no Moylan today. Seguiaro goes off with the ice pack. 20 to all. They're in this game right up to their necks. Canberra in the half now of Penrith. Baptiste. Short to Lima. He's been good, hasn't he, since he come on, Jeff Lima. They tell me that culture-wise, he's been brilliant for this club. Right-hand side, Baptiste goes away to Caesar. Caesar now to Boyd, who's back on for his second spell. The Raiders chant goes up. Cut-out ball now to Hodgson. Hodgson finds Whitehead, the Englishman combined. 20 metres out. Baptiste. Fein left, went right, goes to Hodgson. Hodgson short, pass away, Leilua. Good tackle. Good tackle in the end from Mansour. Stuck in the corner, last tackle. Deep, Hodgson, Caesar, hooks it on the left foot. Charging through his Croker. Croker's there. That's a great take, Blake. Off to the 20 metres they go.
Just need a little bit more height, that kick from Caesar. They're up for the quick tap.
I'll tell you what, Blake's in some trouble too in back play.
Zero coming, mate. Zero coming.
A little push in the back from Big Edric Lee as he jumped. Not sure if he landed awkwardly or... Oh, he just cramped.
Oh, looks like he's hammy.
So, Penrith, you know the problem with these really hot games, Badge, and a lot of marathon runners will know this, it's so hot they pump so much water into them, but what that does, it dilutes the salts. And you see a lot of cramps like we're seeing now with Wanga Blake, if that is what is wrong with Wanga Blake. There goes Regan Campbell-Gillard. 35 out, end-to-end stuff. Raiders and the Panthers here on Fox Sports. Will Smith. There he goes now to Fisher Harris. This will be a nice battle because he was a wrecking ball as a young punk too. Papali still is now. Left-hand side, Will Smith. He's filling the void at dummy half. Lattimore back to a flat-footed Harris. Very comfortable little pass over the top. Now Soward to Peachy. This could be dangerous. Peachy spirals away from one. Still hot potato stuff. And eventually succumbs to the tackle to Boyd.
You have to lock him up, don't you, Peachy? Always dangerous.
Wallace. They've got numbers on the right here. Soward takes them on. Jamie Soward short back inside to Fisher Harris. Swings the ball back in field and Wallace is forced to go back. Lattimore. I thought we had another debutant scoring. Now to Soward, puts a little kick through. Looking for Mansour, but couldn't get there. Lee tidies things up.
Hand over, mate.
Penrith,
Hand over.
play.
Hand over.
10 out.
Well, we never almost had another debutant scoring, didn't we? Was it Fisher Harris?
Fisher Harris so close. I think you're going to see this face plenty more. He was playing the north of Auckland, James Fisher Harris, and just flew under the radar. The New Zealand scouts couldn't see him. The Panther scouts did though.
It's a high penalty count, isn't it? Lots of players lying all over the play of the ball.
Joey!
Been hard to argue with any of them this afternoon. But it certainly puts your side under a lot of pressure.
Thanks, Dave.
You look for mental toughness. Sean Fenton, 36 tackles. He's had his head split something. Lima looks youthful. 33 years old, Lima. 33 years young, perhaps. Baptiste short side. Whitehead. Good tackle, Mansour. Lattimore there with Peachy. 22 apiece. Goes to Hodgson. Dummies back inside to Lima. They make the tackle. 25 away now. So Caesar, Whiten and Co on the left-hand side. They might be going there now. Soliol to the line. Links up with Caesar. Caesar short. Set play. Back to Whiten. Good defence from Will Smith. Wanga Blake was there too. Caesar takes them on. He wants 3.
Penrith.
Knock on Penrith.
Knock on Penrith.
He's offload.
Knock on Penrith.
He knocks the offload down.
Gee, didn't see that ball go forward off the Panthers there.
I think
thought it was
Caesar
just
tries to
off.
get the offload and he...
Oh, here's the beautiful play back on the inside to White, and it was off this play, the ball. Caesar offloads. Okay. Yeah.
That play was just short there. That was the old-fashioned Wade Graham back inside to Michael Gordon. Get to see Gordon do that in the Parramatta colours. I'm sure he'll team up with a back row at some point. It's a pet play of his. The scrum clock running out. We get to see people not make it, but here goes Baptiste. So Canberra, can they split this difference? It goes away now to Leilua. Hiku's there to make the tackle. Quite flat here, Canberra. Baptiste to Lima again. And Jeff Lima within 5. Baptiste out the back, Caesar. Oh, that was a terrible pass, wasn't it, from Aiden Caesar?
No, it's here. We're gonna knock on. Watch it back behind you. And they're coming.
Tell you what, he's got one man you will be picking, Josh Papali.
Don't come in, boys. Don't go in. Hey, hey, hey.
Uh-oh.
Easy, Sam. Sam, Shannon, nothing to
Hey.
Sam, Shannon.
This is getting a little ugly, Gary Belcher.
Well, lots of push and shove, of course.
Joey.
Tell you what, Dallin Watene-Zelezniak must back himself. He started with Papali and now Leilua's onto him.
Trent, come back for me. Go that way. Just go that way. Go that way.
Badger, tell him out, mate.
Wait up, Burns. Wait. Come back. Wait. Go that way for me.
He's just picked the wrong mark there. And I'll tell you what, it could have been worse. He might find a little stint here.
Come back. Just come back.
Yep.
Wasn't much to it, but it is what started the
Jared, can you just take him right back, please, mate?
melee. The crowd are enjoying it. Tell you what, it's a big call because there's David Munro, the assistant referee.
By who? Play the scrum.
Yeah, play the scrum. Get on with it.
Play the scrum.
That's sensible.
It's going to be a scrum, boys.
Scrum here.
It was silly.
Scrum here,
It
Penrith
was
ball.
silly from
Penrith ball.
Yeah. Scrum here, Penrith ball.
Dallin Watene-Zelezniak.
You're going to feed it, mate.
It's been cleared.
Yeah, well, that little slip there, he was down low from Josh Papali, so he got up not happy about that. He copped a little one on the chin. And
Badger, can you push him back to the 10 for the scrum, mate?
Yeah.
Boys,
Sam.
just a little squirrel grip there, I think.
Pushing the friendship is.
You're right, Dallin certainly did have his hands full with Papali.
You'd hope so. So Penrith have it 10 away. And Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. Well, he's pushed back but gets the offload. So I tell you what, he stood up to the challenge anyway to Dallin. Squats away one. Mansour, a bit of spice in this one now. So, as we see, and the run is usually varied from Cartwright. Inside the final 15, can't be separated, these two. Merrin, a little skip we're familiar with, he runs into Boyd. Will Smith, just repeating Seguiaro out of the match. Blake Austin for Canberra, likewise McKendry. There's James Fisher-Harris. Oh, the offload, it wasn't the one then.
Yeah, we learned from that. I think he pre-planned that. It was always going to try the offload, but it wasn't quite on.
See what these shoulders in defence from both sides have just stepped it up a bit. There goes Papali. He'd love to be running at Watene-Zelezniak, but he's parked out on the right wing. And now it's Papali who gets up a little bit. How you going? Soliola, who's going to break the game open. Goes to Hodgson, now away to Whitehead. Whitehead rushed upon by Soward. Soward, was it played at? Dives on it? Yes, it was.
Easy, Josh. Just wait back, just slow down here.
Lock on here.
Okay, mate, we're all up.
It's always play that track.
Yeah, I think as
We're all up, mate.
the referee told us then, that's always ruled as being played at. Takes out any grey areas. Some players feeling the pinch, aren't they? Late in the game, extremely hot out there in the mid-30s.
Let's go, heads in.
Cramps starting to kick in.
Wait up. Heads in, head in.
So Lima's died on the short side. There goes White. White shoofed off to that side, but he wouldn't go to Leilua.
It's a peel.
Do you break the deadlock here, Gary Belcher? It's not a gimme.
No, look, I think they've got points in them. Croker's coming in thinking about it, but no, I'm not sure 2 points will be enough.
Do you know what, in this scenario I think is probably the go, is that roll your dice, see if you can score a try. And if you don't score the try, just separate the difference with a field goal. People are loath to take field goals this far out, but
He still gives you a lead, yeah.
So Croker. It's actually 4 tries to 3 Canberra, but Soward perfect with the boot. A couple of penalty goals included in that. Meanwhile, it's been a tougher day for Jared Croker. Well, he's only missed the 1, so he's 3 from 4. To take the lead. Croker, 30 out, chips the ball back, and that is a nice kick under pressure. 24 points to 22, the home side in command.
Well, what's worked against both sides in this second half is giving penalties away and piggybacks, and I reckon that'll be the goal here of the Panthers' defence, not only to keep the Raiders inside their 50 as they try to bring it back from the kickoff. Just don't want to give any penalties away.
So how does youth play a part here? 7 of the starting side of Penrith are 24 younger. Does it help? Are they fearless? They'll need to be. They trail by 2. Goes to Soliola. He's had a tremendous second half. Isaiah Soliola. Baptiste. Short to Boyd. The burst from Boyd, and Lattimore with Fisher Harris, and also Merrin make the tackle. 15 short of the halfway line. Sees a set play back to White. Desperate stuff, though. Had to make the tackle, Lattimore. Back to the short side. Baptiste. Caesar controlling the game. He was close to being hit on suspicion there. Lattimore made another important tackle. Canberra making easy meters. Caesar under pressure from Yeo. Here's a test for Will Smith. And Will Smith, great take from the young man.
Yeah, it's a good take, and they're limping back, aren't they, the Panthers? A bit slow. Oh, Ansell.
Can they hang on? They are screaming for it on both sides. They've got numbers on the right, they've got numbers on the left, but the slow play of the ball hurts them. They do get a penalty.
Well, he gave that away intentionally, and it won't.
Wait.
He knows they were in trouble if they played the ball quickly, the Raiders. So Soward jumped on Lima. He's given away 2.
It's a non-negotiable to go for the try here, isn't it, Badge?
I think it's smart by Soward there. That was they threw that to the edge either side. Panthers were in trouble.
Yeah, I think that they've got to go for the try there and put this game to bed. Because what happens now, if I'm a Penrith Panther player, I want them to take the 2. Because they're out on their feet. You said they were walking back. And that was, you're right, it was clever from Soward, because there was numbers on the left, there was numbers on the right.
How's he walking back over there, Jamie Soward? Is he all right?
James Fisher Harris, the young man, he's coming off now, so Griffin's going for experience for this last important 9.5 minutes or so. Croker a gift from in front to extend the lead to 4. Such is the confidence for the team. Most of them are back towards their own goal line. 26 plays 22. Was that the right call? We'll find out. We'll find out in the next 8.5 minutes. So important now, Gary Belcher. If they don't complete here, they just open the door for Penrith to invite them back into the game.
And that's what we saw at the back end of the first half. The Raiders made a few mistakes coming out of their half. Put the Panthers, gave them some opportunities, and we know they're a great attacking side, Penrith, but starve them of the footy in the next few minutes, it'll be difficult. Make sure they get it right at the other end of the field.
Just repeating, Austin off the field for Canberra. Seguiaro off the field for Penrith. Neither will return. Rapana. We haven't seen a lot of Jordan this afternoon. Some big games still coming up. You've got the Tigers hosting the Warriors, and then the defending champs, the Cowboys.
They've done a bit of damage on those short sides this afternoon, the Raiders. Been quite effective for them. Short passing game.
Cowboys will play the Sharks. Short, they go to Nuasala. He flicks it out the back. They are in front by 4. Caesar. Slammed down by Wallace, and now Caesar looks a bit slow to get up. We'll keep an eye on him, and now he's limping. Back to Hodgson. Here's a very shallow kick. Here's a test for Smith. He's been good so far, and good again. So he's going back into the defensive line, Caesar. That's a good sign. Mansour. Josh Mansour. Ooh. Soliola. Peachy. Hiku. Nice feet to avoid the tackle from Lima, but finished off by Nuasala. Smith to Merrin. Merrin to the line. Merrin looking to offload.
Oh, that's a great run, isn't it? Just showed the ball. Got a one-on-one, made an extra 5 or 6 metres.
Wallace, back inside it goes Matangi. Matangi brought to ground, 34 away. Last tackle. Sowers on the left, they go to Wallace.
Everyone's
Wallace
on,
sends
block
to the
it.
sky, testing out. Lee's out there, Whiten here, and Jack Whiten comfortably takes it inside the 10. Oh, the pass a bit shady to Rapana. This is an opportunity defensively now. Slow play the ball here for Canberra. They're going to be racing up here, Penrith. They need to race up right now. Have they got the energy? That's the question. Leilua fields in. Baptiste pops it up. Whiten's been strong at the back. That's his 17th carry. Right-hand side, it goes to Vaughan. Paul Vaughan trundles towards the 40 and beyond. Another slow play the ball. This should be an easy catch for the back three from Penrith. Toughest on for Caesar, so he puts it low and waiting there comfortably. Wateni Zalesniak. Here's the line from Canberra, but he runs straight to him.
It's a slow chase there from Canberra. And they really need to limit the metres that the Panthers have got. Who's going to help them out going forward? Mansour, of course. He gets his customary 10 metres.
Yeah, make it 12 now to the halfway line. They tie it as well. Left-hand side, it goes away now. Merrin threatened the offload, but it came to Soward. Soward away to Hiku. Hiku inside the 40 steps, taken to ground. Papali.
Lewis Cartwright, he's into dummy half. Should be looking to create something.
Down by 4.5 remain Penrith. It goes to Soward. Soward cuts it out to Wallace. Wallace to the line, goes deep to Smith. Will Smith backs himself. Will Smith almost got through Hodgson. Hot potato. Now to Yo. Yo finds Peachy. Peachy just retracts, goes back to the short side. Peachy, this is dangerous. Desperate defence for Canberra. Rapana arrives. So Will Smith there, 2 tackles up their sleeve. It goes to Wallace. Wallace pass out to Soward. Soward takes them on. Jamie Soward can't quite get there. White makes the tackle, but he's out of this, the fullback. They look to kick now. It's the last play. It goes across to Lattimore. Wasn't the play on the last tackle. If you look out on the right edge of Canberra, they had 2 players, and they will be so relieved the ball didn't go there.
Yeah, the long ball. Out of dummy half from Cartwright was the go. It's easy to say it now. Lattimore couldn't hold. It was a good hit. Whitehead just lined him up. But if he had been able to swing that out wide, they were in all sorts of trouble, the Raiders.
3 minutes 40.
Still time for the Panthers to get the football back.
Look at the amount of green jumpers in your screen at home. They are out on their feet. Bryce Cartwright leads the charge. 12 out from their own goal line. Baptiste. They're limping over the line, Canberra.
Well, they need to get themselves out of their half and get a good kick away.
They can't give a penalty away here, Penrith. Baptiste short side to Edward Lee. Lee taken down by Wanga Blake. Suya Matangi still 32 away from their own goal line. Baptiste. Leilua, it's been a big set for the backs. Leilua, that's a great run. Joey Leilua. Oh, that's a terrific run. Now they're inside the half of Penrith, Nuwasala. That's a huge play in the context of the game from Joey Leilua. Inside the final 3 we go. Caesar thuds it towards the post. Cleaned up by Wallace, wasn't played at. So Penrith, 2 minutes 40. Cartwright. If they steal this, you think this man might just play a part.
Well, that kick had to find the line from Caesar.
Isaiah Yeo, 42 away. The Raiders 26, Panthers 22. 2 minutes 20. Smith to Wallace. Wallace short to Merrin. The senior players, they need to stand up here. 32 away now. Both sides completely out on their feet. Will Smith. Peter Wallace, Jamie Soward. Soward to the line, goes to Peachy. Peachy, he's got the pass away to Hiku. Wasn't the pass he wanted, and that's just determined defence from Hodgson, the hooker. 22 away. Does that inspire the troops? Soward sends it to the sky. They're chasing through Lattimore. Rapana's there. Whiten juggles and loses it. Jack Whiten loses it. He's been so good today, but the AFL attempt to catch it coughs it up, and Penrith, can they steal it?
It was a Hail Mary. They had nothing happening, the Panthers, except to hoik it in the air and put a bit of pressure on. Well, he's not happy with himself, Jack White, and they need to defend this set, and plenty of time for the Panthers here.
That was kick and hope. They had no option. Soward just sent it to the sky, as you said. And Jeremy Lattimore, rather, he was the chaser. Penrith, here they go.
Sweet, don't hold it like that. Come on, boys, let's get in here. Wait, Peter, wait. Get your head in.
So where are the troops? Soward swept back to the left. But Leilua's followed him over.
Dave.
Don't start holding.
Heads in.
Jack Whiten, get your head in.
Get your head in. Head in.
Soward goes back to the right-hand side now. Goes to Jamie Soward. Soward passed it away to Cartwright. Oh, Hiku raced upon by Lee. Had to make the tackle. He loses it. Fensom charges upfield. Dear, oh dear. Opportunity just goes bye-bye for Penrith.
Big play. Edric Lee off his line defensively, and for Sierra.
So now they've grown a league here. Canberra, Nuwasala looking to close it out a minute 10.
Well, Penrith need to find a way to get the football back.
Slate play the ball. Time's their friend in this one. It goes to Soliola. Brilliant in the second half. Baptiste. To Vaughan. They're just trying so hard to pick themselves up. The 26 players on the field. Can they hold on for another 45 seconds, Canberra? Short side defence, and the man who cleaned it up. Sean Fensom cuts through. He gets to the fullback, Sean Fensom, and what a reward! What a reward it's been. 38 tackles and a try to the column as well. Sean Fensom.
Well, that's going straight to the top of the highlights reel for Sean Fensom. He can throw in this run as well. The mistake there, he cleaned that one up, and now he's gone straight through. And a little skip in and away beats the Panthers fullback Smith. Oh, he needs more ball in open space, Sean Fensom.
Ordinarily, Fensom would not score that try with that defence in front of him. But you know what? Ricky Stewart spoke about mental toughness. I'll tell you what that was. That was mental toughness. He's probably the strongest in the mind on the field. He's probably the fittest. And what a try, what a reward for Sean Fensom. Well done. There was talk he wouldn't make round one due to injury.